Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Best Reviews. Hey friends and fangs, it's time to break out your witch's hat and cauldron because it is spooky season.
That's right, and we're excited to show you a boo box today, a spell of surprises that would make great gifts for yourself or someone else in honor of Halloween, of course. So Rosie, what are we starting with?
It's an interesting one. Fun Fact Co. is always working even on Halloween, so they've got a fun facts about death print.
So weird.
Did you know, Blake, that Egyptians loved their cats so much that if they lost a beloved pet, they would shave off their eyebrows in mourning?
I'm not that committed.
Not me either, but you know what? Some really cool stuff to learn about here. Fun and funky gift for the goth in your life.
I love it.
Now let's go for something a little bit more kid-friendly with the Crayola light-ups for colorable jack-o'-lantern, where you can play with 3 different light-up colors, make your marker work light up, and then you can erase it to start all over again. And then we love this. This is too funny. Check out this You've Been Booed Ghost Bag Starter Kit. It's a really fun concept. Surprise your friends or neighbors. It includes gift bags, stationery, and a doorknob hanger to spread a little seasonal cheer.
I love it.
Now let's get into the makeup. My stuff. The Ulta Matte Veil Setting Spray, you see it here in orange, can keep your monster makeup on all night long. And the Solar Flare Lip Topper gives you cosmic shine. I love that idea. If you're going for something shimmery, Blake, the M2U NYC eyeshadow stick here in Champagne can accentuate any Halloween look.
This feels like a spooky season must-have, especially if people that are wearing a lot of makeup at this time. Yes. Okay, well, if you've waited until the last minute to decorate a pumpkin, no worries, you guys. This Halloween foam pumpkin decorating craft kit is perfect for quick, mess-free decorating and can deck out 12 pumpkins with just 1 pack. But that's not all. Oriental Trading also offers Halloween jack-o'-lantern cellophane bags, which are the perfect touch for any spooky gathering. And we filled ours with some treats instead of tricks. And a great addition to this would be the Halloween rubber ducky. He comes in a pack of 50, which makes this an easy choice for classroom giveaways, party favors, or game prizes. The fun just never stops. And of course, we cannot skip the Halloween chocolate, including the Reese's Mini Pumpkins, the ideal ratio of chocolate to peanut butter, in our opinion.
Yeah, in our opinion, for sure. Okay, if you want to go a little higher in though, Blake, Holy Choco Moly's guilt-free chocolate truffles are a hit. Okay. They're made with dates and premium dark chocolate for a wholesome treat, even when it isn't Halloween. And for some great toys for a frightfully fun time, let's start with this Monster High Scary Sweet birthday Cupid Asteria doll. Guys, she is so cute. She comes with balloons, invites, birthday cards, gifts, and more for a 1600th birthday celebration.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday.
All right, and for something the whole family can enjoy, check out the Ghost in the Attic Peaceable Kingdom cooperative board game, which is so cool, Blake. You actually play it in the dark.
I love this idea.
Yeah, it's lots of fun for little ones too. It's recommended for ages 5 and up. And a few more things, including staying warm while trick-or-treating for parents.
Very
this
fashionable.
is the Puffer Hug 418 scarf. It's a 3-in-1 cozy weather accessory, lightweight, versatile, unisex. It's got these deep fleece-lined pockets, perfect for an extra layer under a coat.
Yeah, it sounds like a great must-have for the parents when we're out trick-or-treating. I love this idea. Okay, well, let's not forget about our foldable paper spider hanging decor here in the front, which are some playful accents that can be hung or placed on a table for a unique display and super quick setup, you guys. Now, as we scoot closer more to the food here on our table, we have to mention this fun gift. It's pasta with personality from Pastabilities, Halloween themed, meaning you'll find pumpkin-shaped spiderwebs, ghosts, and more. Now, of course, more candy. It's Halloween after all. So we've got 2 more tasty treats in our box, including the Hershey's Cookies and Cream Harry Potter Magical Friends collection, which features your favorite Wizarding World characters like Dobby and Buckbeak. Plus, you guys, I'm excited for this one. Big gummies, but Shaquille O'Neal style with the Shakalicious XL gummies featuring his famous grin and peach, orange, and berry punch flavors. Now, Rosie, we're always looking for easy decor, so if you're looking for something that's really gonna spice up the spooky season feel, consider these eyeball orb Halloween decorations. They're lightweight and can be easily mixed in with any other decor you may have.
Okay, a little bit spooky for me, but how about this? For all the coffee and tea lovers out there who need something a little on theme for the season, check out this 3D Scaredy Cat mug. It's one design of 20, so it can be mixed, matched, and served in lots of other ways with other pieces in the ceramic set. And if you're on the search for Halloween waffles, and who isn't?
I mean, I am.
Yeah, exactly. Peanuts and Dash collaborated for this jack-o'-lantern mini waffle maker. It creates 4-inch mini waffles with a pumpkin print. They cook quickly, evenly, and are ready to go for add-ons like sprinkles, chocolate sauce, and a whole lot more. And then we've got to talk about your favorite item on the table. So cool. All right, Blake. Beetlejuice fans, listen up. Mattel's Fisher-Price Little People Collector Beetlejuice Edition features your favorite characters in a decorative display box. It's a true must-have for fans and collectors, and it's a perfect way, Blake, to wrap up everything we've received in our Boo Box.
That's right, and you can have one too, you guys. All you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen to learn more about the products you've seen today. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Best Reviews. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Central Texas Clinical Research. Type 2 diabetes and obesity are common ailments that go hand in hand for many Americans. Dr. Cynthia Brinson is the medical director, principal investigator, and president of Central Texas Clinical Research, and she's here to talk to us about a study that aims to find effective treatment options. So, Dr. Brinson, why is clinical research in type 2 diabetes and obesity so important for our community?
Well, it's so important because in our community, we do have a lot of patients or people with diabetes who are also struggling with being overweight or obesity. And these two diseases, well, the obesity really contributes to the diabetes and really contributes to the risk of diabetes.
What does that look like for someone to participate in one of these clinical research studies that you offer?
Well, you would have to qualify, and the qualifying things will be on the website, but also you have to have diabetes and you have to be overweight, which is, over about a BMI of 28 or so. You have to be on a stable medication for diabetes for the last 3 months or so, and your hemoglobin A1C, if you're a diabetic, you know what that means, has to be between 7 and 11 to qualify.
So doctor, can you tell me a little bit about how your clinical trials work, or maybe what you're proud of to really kind of get people excited for the trials they'll be facing here?
We are a small company. It's just really me and 5 or 6 other people that help me. We have an individual research coordinator who would work with the individual, and that person will be your coordinator for as long as the study goes on. This is a very long study. This is a 72-week study.
Wow.
So you will be losing weight. And I choose the clinical trials that we take. So I make sure I choose trials that will work. I don't choose trials just for the heck of it. I have to be confident that it won't cause any problems for the patient and that it will be a great benefit to the city of Austin.
Doctor, in closing here, final question for you. Why should someone consider participating in one of these clinical trials for either obesity or diabetes?
We are, it's been a long time since you've been able to have someone that you could really talk to about your issues and your disease, who will give you advice, who will give you nutrition advice that you could trust and pay you to do it. So,
I love that. Yeah, trusting and changing your health, right? It makes a world of difference, or really could save a life. So this is incredible, doctor. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Learn more about the Type 2 Diabetes and Obesity Study and other studies at ctcrcorp.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Central Texas Clinical Research.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by A Good Morning Tree Service. No matter how big or small the job is, A Good Morning Tree Service is ready to help you beautify your property. Tracy Allison and Carlos Chaz Leva are here to tell us more. And Tracy, we're starting with you. If someone called you up today or right now for an estimate, what does that look like?
They call, we answer the phone. Lovely ladies at our office get your name, address, telephone number, email, and what is important, what's going on in your property that you need how many trees, and then when a good time and a good 2-hour window, we always call on the way to make sure that you're there, that we can answer as many questions as possible. If you don't have time, you want us to swing by and what we call a drive-by, we put it on when we're close by.
Tracy, I'd like to hear about a few tips you provide to most customers, and you told me that it starts with a term I've never heard before called root flare. What are we talking about?
Yes, so normally as soon as I get on your property, I immediately knock on your door and I look at root flares and just how the tree was planted in the first place and how it is there. And it's so important so you don't get decay at the base. You want to make sure that all of your root flares are exposed, that they don't have mulch building up around the trunk.
Chaz, I'd like you to touch on how someone would know if their tree is healthy or unhealthy. And then Tracy, to you, what about if it's dead? So Chaz, you first.
Yeah, so that's a question I get a lot, but I would narrow it down to if your tree is free of symptoms, if it's free of, let's say, mushrooms on the bark, or any disorders, any pests, you can deem that tree healthy. Some people can assume that it's healthy if it has a full canopy or a big trunk diameter size or a lot of growth. Each tree is different, so some can grow fast and allocate resources to growth.
Live sounding trunks sound like there's something behind it, but hollow or empty or dead, no liquid inside of it. It sounds very, very hollow, and I tap it half the time to figure it out. But if it is dead, it snaps and it breaks.
And so the easiest way for folks to get started,
give us a call. Every property is different. Happy to swing out, take a look, and tell you what we see. Maybe there's a crack in it that you don't see. Maybe hear a creak in it. Maybe you think that it's swaying. I've gone out to job sites before and they're like, I think the tree's swaying, and it is. And that thing is uprooting. The ground is separating underneath.
This is when we call in the professionals.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there, y'all. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
No
Thank you.
Learn more at goodmorningtreeservice.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by A Good Morning Tree Service. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Ally Medical ER. As the kiddos head back to school, many parents worry about the wave of seasonal illnesses that often follow. Dr. Jessica Best, MD and Medical Director at Ally Medical ER Central Austin, shares what families should know when it comes to colds, flu, RSV, and COVID, and how to keep the kids healthier this semester and this school year in total. So Dr. Best, first question for you. With those kids heading back to school, what illnesses are top of mind for parents?
Oh gosh, well if you have any kids in daycare and school, you already know we're seeing it all. We have flu, we have COVID, we have strep, RSV, and many others that can sometimes present similar to each other and sometimes not. So unfortunately, once the kids get back together, you're going to see the bump.
But how can we help parents tell the differences, maybe if they're a little bit more simplistic between these illnesses?
Sure. So if you're dealing with maybe low-grade fever and runny nose and maybe mild cough, maybe we're dealing more with a cold. So maybe RSV. COVID can present similarly. Flu may give you that big high fever right at the beginning, and myalgias or body aches.
So when should a parent take their child to the ER?
Okay, so if there's prolonged fever, over 100.4 degrees, especially getting up to those 102, 103, 104, where you're really getting worried, or maybe you can't get the fever down with Motrin or Tylenol, that can be very worrisome for parents and of course for your child.
All right, what should families do maybe to keep these illnesses, if they can, from ever entering the home? I know that's going to be an uphill battle.
Oh, it is, because you probably want your child to go to school or go to daycare. And of course, kids are going to play with each other, with the toys, put everything in their mouth, so it can be very hard to prevent this while at school. Hopefully your kid, the teachers and you are practicing good hand hygiene, teaching them to cover their mouths when they cough. Maybe they wear a mask. Maybe you keep them out of school when they're sick to prevent the other littles from getting sick. There's COVID vaccine, flu vaccine that will help maybe prevent illness or maybe the severity of illness.
And how is Ally Medical helping families during this season? You're basically saying, we're not going to make you wait, and we're open whenever you need us.
Yeah, so we have 7 locations. One of them is likely close to you. We're open 24/7, staffed with board-certified emergency physicians. We get you in quick, we get you tested real quick, and we can usually get a treatment started in-house.
And I've used y'all's services, so I'll put my hand up and say, it was excellent. All right, Dr. Bess, thank you for what you're doing for our families this season. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ally Medical ER has 7 locations across the greater Austin area. Use online check-in at allymedical.com for added convenience. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Ally Medical ER. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Rosedale Acupuncture and Wellness. Linda Gann was stuck on the couch, losing hope and constantly in pain. But that changed when she came to Rosedale Acupuncture and Wellness. Dr. Lucas Brown is here to tell us more. And Dr. Brown, if we can, start by telling me what was going on with Linda when she came in to see you.
Yeah, so Linda was like most of our patients. You know, they've tried everything else. A lot of our patients have tried surgeries, medications, implants, you know, nothing still worked for them. Linda is one of our neuropathy patients, which is the #1 thing we treat here. And along with that comes a whole host of other problems that we treat at the same time.
Let's go ahead and take a listen to Linda in her own words.
Before I found Rosedale Acupuncture, I had several medical problems. Arthritis and neuropathy were 2 of the ones that I had. And I was in a lot of pain, and traditional medicine was not curing those problems. Since I started the acupuncture with Rosedale, my neuropathy is probably 50% better. My arthritis pain is 90 to 95% gone. I have some wounds, and they have been doing ozone treatments on them, and they are healing much more rapidly. I had no sense of taste, and now I have about 90% sense of taste. I ended up laying on the couch more than I did exercising, and now I've started back with my exercise programs. Dr. Brown is very, very pleasant and friendly also. I couldn't ask for a better place or clinic to go to. It's worth a try. If you're in pain and nothing else is working, I would try it.
We just heard Linda there describe pain from arthritis and neuropathy that just traditional medicine could not help. Is that pretty common?
It's pretty common. I mean, we look at the body through a different lens than Western medicine. A lot of times Western medicine's very siloed. You know, everyone focuses on their own thing. So it's kind of like a single note on the piano. Whereas here, we don't rely on just acupuncture. We also include more cutting edge therapies.
I also heard Linda mention wound care. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
A lot of times we have wounds that just aren't healing, and we could really speed up that process. Ozone therapy, we use it a lot for wound care, but we also use it for eye conditions, brain fog, long COVID. But for wound care, it really outperforms anything else. Conversation. You know, I have been doing this long enough that if I feel like I can help you, I'll give you a good idea of exactly what treatment will look like and what outcomes you might possibly receive.
All right, Dr. Brown, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Call now to schedule your free consultation with Dr. Brown at 512-623-1996. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Rosedale Acupuncture and Wellness. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Moody Gardens. Y'all, it's hard to believe, but the holiday season is right around the corner, and Moody Gardens in Galveston is getting ready to kick things off in a really big way. Joining us today is Jared Schaller to give us a sneak peek at all the holiday magic in store, and these little elves have been working hard, so we're happy to see you, Jared. Good morning.
It is October, but we're only 70 days till Christmas.
And you're counting down, I know. Okay, one of your biggest highlights, Iceland, Christmas around the world. You've been putting a lot of effort into. It is the country's largest indoor ice sculpture attraction. Tell me about that.
28,000 square feet. That is large. A few mansions, if you want to say. And this year's theme is Christmas around the world. So it's basically going to take you around country to country. It is massive. There's the Eiffel Tower right there.
Wow.
It's 30 feet tall. And it's going to be also, we're going to have a Statue of Liberty. We're going to have the Great Wall of China. We're going to have the pyramids. And we also have Shivers Ice Bar if you need an ice cold beverage.
Is that made of ice?
That's all made out of ice. 2 million pounds of ice.
Wow.
It's 7,000 blocks total.
And you've actually brought people over from China who are specialists in this.
From Harbin, China, that's where they have a huge giant ice festival. This is where it all started. And they're there right now. You can actually watch the entire process live on our webcams at moodygardens.org.
That's a really good thing to do with your lunch break today.
Yes.
Just log in, see what they're up to, because it's so cool, and it's painted by the time they're done. So it's not just ice everywhere. It really gets brought to life 3D version.
It's a massive process, and they only have like about 5 weeks to get it all done.
I am impressed. Okay, now something brand new, holiday fantasy. North Pole's Got Talent.
North Pole's Got Talent. Walt and Holly are looking for the best talent of the North Pole. It's a fun stage show this year. Of course, it has the holiday carols and songs, but it also has aerialists, fire dancers. I didn't know you could dance with fire.
I didn't
We also
either.
have comedians, magicians. It's just a great time for the whole family. And you know, if you're in the audience, sometimes you may get actually called up on stage to show off your talent.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. I can't do this sort of talent like this gentleman's got here.
I'd fall. I'd literally fall 30 feet and just be like, end it now. I'm sorry.
Me too, but it's certainly lovely to watch. And this festival stage show also comes with a delicious meal, right?
It comes with about 50 different options.
Wow.
Of course, we're going to have a holiday ham, holiday turkey, cornbread, gravy, stuffing, cranberry sauce. I could keep going, but literally a delicious meal, something for the whole entire family. Of course, with vegetarian and gluten-free options.
Wonderful. Okay, and there are other attractions that families can enjoy. I say that the truth is there's so much to cover. Talk to me a little bit about it.
We're doing our holiday lights trail, so that's all outdoors right next to the water, so it's nice, and it's 2 million lights. We're also going to have our ice skating ring, and of course we have our aquarium pyramid, 10,000 marine life inside, our rainforest pyramid, discovery pyramid, ropes course and zip line, and of course our golf course.
You rattled that off so fast. I'm really impressed. Okay, and for parents looking to keep kids engaged during school breaks, you know, they're coming up. We're going to have one for, sometimes we get a little fall break, but then Thanksgiving, the holidays, that sort of thing. You've got fall and winter day camps.
For parents who need a vacation from their vacation, we have for Thanksgiving week and 2 weeks for Christmas, you know, book a hotel package and you can drop your kids off at 8:30 a.m. Those kids will spend the entire day in one of our pyramids. They'll get to do science experiments, arts and crafts, and the best thing, they'll actually get to hear from the people who work with these animals and get to see and meet dozens of different animals each and every single day.
Do they get to see and meet penguins?
Oh, that's actually, I think I saw on Wednesdays. So we
Okay.
see lions, we have
Good
jellyfish, we have sharks, so it's a bunch of different animals. Komodo dragons, it's sloths, monkeys.
And what do mom and dad or parents or caregivers get to do once they've dropped them off?
They can either relax at our spa, they can go eat at one of our restaurants, or they can explore Galveston Island. We have a lot of great shopping options, and we also have a lot of beaches to go out and explore. It's just a great relaxing opportunity.
And y'all really crank it up for the holidays, I know, so there's a lot to do. And there's so much to do, in fact, that you might get tired out from just the one day, even though it's a quick drive from Austin. So let's talk about making it into an overnight stay and the hotel atmosphere.
The hotel is going to be decked out in Christmas lights. It's going to be like a beacon once you hit the causeway. It's going to be 2 million lights plus, and it's just going to be decked out for the holidays. A great time. Usually we encourage people to do 2 nights, 3 days, explore the property, explore Galveston Island. You know, we have 2 cool packages this year. The VIP, very important penguin, where you do get to meet a penguin. You get to paint with a penguin. We have 7 different species. We also have our pre-opening tour where you can get to go in before everybody else. It's the cleaning and feeding time when the animals are most active.
Wow, that's really cool. Okay, and where can people go for more information and to plan their trip? Importantly, there are a lot of knockoffs out there. We want to make sure that people get tickets to the right place.
For tickets, for hotel stays, and also to watch our ice carvers to go live, go to moodygardens.org right now, and you can see it all happen right now.
You are a busy man.
I'm tired, I'm sorry.
But congratulations on everything y'all have accomplished for the holiday season. I can't wait to see a little bit more. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, for more details on Moody Gardens holiday attractions, and there are many, check out moodygardens.org. Fall, so we thought we'd bring in Autumn, and we mean it. Autumn Barron of Honestly Autumn is here with some kid-friendly snacks that are perfect for spooky season. Autumn, good morning.
Good morning.
It just is so appropriate to have you at this time of the year, but not only that, you're a mom with a ton of hacks for other parents and for kiddos as well. So remind our audience, if you wouldn't mind, a little bit about what it is you do on social media.
Yeah, so I'm a content creator that shares parent hacks to make life easier for parents, easy activities with stuff that you already have at home, and even ways to make the holidays more magical. I'm all about making parent life easier because, let's face it, parenting is hard enough, and I love to make parents' lives easier.
Yeah, and the last time I saw you, you were a parent of 2.
Yes.
As you're standing in front of me today, you're a parent of 3.
Yes.
So you are getting really good at this.
Thank you.
And that means, of course, even more multitasking than ever before. But you've thought of some cute ideas, really, that could go into kids' lunches
Yes.
and still kind of honor the fact that we're talking about Halloween. So the very first thing I want to talk about are your Frankenstein wraps. Such a cute idea.
Yes, so they're super easy to make. All you need to do is get a spinach tortilla or any green tortilla, ham, cheese, whatever you want to put on it, topping, and then use that dressing or whatever you want and just spray a little bit on the eyeballs, stick them on, and then I use edible markers to draw the faces, and they should end up looking just
how
like
cute.
this one right here.
Oh, okay, so you've used, like a little edible marker, not bad for the kids, but like you've gone fully for it. The eyebrows, the little scarring, his face. A kid would love to eat this.
Such a fun surprise when you open your lunchbox.
Absolutely. Yes. And to use a little barbecue sauce or ranch or something as the glue is very clever because it also gives just a touch of a flavor boost.
Yes.
Very, very smart. Okay, let's talk about your mandarin pumpkins because this is about as healthy as you can get and still be Halloween-y.
Yes, I love it because it's just so easy. All you gotta do is get a little mandarin pumpkin, some celery, and
Stick
boom,
it in.
you got
and
a perfect little pumpkin.
Look like a little pumpkin. Like how sweet is it? Maybe do your kids the favor of peeling it before you stick it in their lunches, right? They probably appreciate you for that. I know your oldest just went off to kindergarten, so she's probably thinking, Mom, thank you. Because it's hard for us adults, quite frankly, to get through that skin sometimes.
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy. Okay, so that's it. 2 ingredients, y'all, super simple. Let's talk about spooky celery. I was wondering how you were going to pull this off, but to me it ends up looking like almost like octopus tentacles or something like that, a multi-eyed monster. So this is a really cool one as well. Again, pretty super healthy.
Yes, I just use peanut butter and edible eyes. I feel like if you add edible eyes, it can make anything instantly spooky.
Yeah, and it's just sugar, isn't it? It's just sugar with a little bit of a dark dot on top.
Yes, yes. And I put them on the celery. I also put some in blueberries. You just put one in there, and then the juice kind of naturally makes it look like blood a little. And so it's just kind of spooky. And it's healthy. So they're super easy to make. If you want to make some at home, I have squeezed yogurt and food grade safe Poppets, and you can put a little chocolate chip in there first, then squeeze some yogurt and put it in the freezer, and you have your own edible eyes if you want to make some at home too.
Yeah, I was actually pretty impressed by this because first of all, I didn't know Poppets could be food safe. But second of all, you're telling me it's just yogurt.
Yes.
Okay, that's really clever.
So if you wanted to go a little healthier, there's a way to make it healthier too.
Absolutely, and a little chocolate chip inside, and that's going to make your eyes for you, and then you can go crazy on all this fun stuff. All right, now we're starting to get into the sweeter things. I told you off camera that I love a double stuffed Oreo. You kind of go quadruple stuff.
Yes, quadruple stuff.
With these spiders.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I do is I'll take the top off of one, and then the top off of another.
See where the filling lands.
Yes. And then I'm just gonna, actually, we might hold
Yeah, I'm happy to help.
And then I will take some pretzels. I'll
snap them in half.
And then I will do that break. Let's see.
And you don't have to be totally accurate on leg numbers, right?
I do. Let's see if I can get all 8. I think I can.
8 legs for a spider. Here we go.
See,
and then we just smush on top.
Yes, and I like to dab the eye in the cream filling.
Oh, clever woman. You know
Just
what?
care-
That means
They do
that one
break
has to
more
be
for you.
I was
Yes.
going to say has to be eaten.
Yes. Just, that one is for me to have later.
And then stick it on
stick
the
it
top.
and
oh, that's
then-
really smart.
Okay. And then they should end up looking
Yeah,
just
like these
like-
guys. And they can be one-eyed purple people eaters.
Yes,
You
yes,
know. But to use
Super
the little
fun.
cream, super cute, and
Yes.
then like a little topper. Yeah, go ahead,
Yes.
give me a top for it.
There we go.
That's awesome. And so how simple, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of salty. So actually I think it would end up tasting pretty
Yes,
good.
I had one yesterday, and I'm like, that's really good.
That's really good, actually. And then this is really sweet. Might even be a good idea for giving out for Halloween. Tootsie Pop Ghosts. So talk to me about what you did here.
Yeah, they're super easy to make. I'll take that. We can use Tootsie Pops, and then a tissue.
Just a tissue like a Kleenex from the box. Okay, that's super easy.
You just put it on top.
Okay. Oh, and a little bit of cord you've given me.
Yes. And just tie it.
Now, it's not going to look as pretty as yours, but I can do my very best.
And then you'll get a Sharpie and just do 2 little dots for eyes. And
I'm gonna make mine happy. He's a happy
you can-
little ghost. And so you could go find, you know, different faces and things like that.
Super
That's
easy
really-
to make. It'd be
Gosh,
perfect for
that's
a classroom
easy.
party or anything like that.
And affordable of all things.
Yes.
My goodness. All right, so just real quickly before we let you go, you've got a lot of stuff coming up for the holiday season, girlfriend. So talk to me about following along with you.
Yeah. Like I said, I love sharing tips and tricks to make parenting life easier, easy activities. And then with Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's coming up, I know that can be such a stressful time, especially when you're trying to make everything magical for your kids. So I share easy ways to make the holidays a little more magical, but definitely like in a way that's attainable for anyone to do. So follow along for all that content just to make your life easier.
I think it's easier when someone else has done the creative work.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. We appreciate it, Autumn. Thank you so
thanks
much.
so much for having me
All
back.
right, guys, follow Autumn on Instagram for more family-friendly content at honestlyautumn_ and learn more about partnering with her at honestlyautumn.com. We have a lot of fun here on Studio 512. If you missed any of our great segments, be sure to check out our website where we like to post the fun things we do. Our feed covers content like arts and entertainment, food and drink, fashion and beauty, home and garden, stuff for kids and pets, as well as information from area experts. In addition, you can check out web-exclusive content that you can only find on studio512tv.com. We also love to post behind-the-scenes funny moments, outfit inspirations, and more on social media. Find us by searching for Studio 512 on your favorite platform. You don't want to miss a single post. Be sure to follow us, check out our website, and watch us every weekday at 11 a.m. right here on CW Austin. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored on behalf of Aura by Tips on TV.
Hey, did you know October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and it comes at a time when protecting personal information is urgent because, and this is really icky, y'all, there's a booming, did you know, $300 billion industry built on selling consumer data, often without your permission. Here to pull back the curtain today is Kristen Lewis, Chief Product Officer at Aura. Kristen is a nationally recognized digital safety expert who's spent nearly a decade developing tech that helps families protect their privacy. So big in this modern world. Kristen, good morning.
Morning. Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about data brokers, what they are, and why consumers like us should be concerned about them.
Sure. So data brokers are companies that collect your personal information and sell it to other businesses. And like you said, Rosie, it is a $300 billion industry. So this is not a small or, uncommon occurrence. These companies can pull from the things you're doing online, public records, your credit card purchases, and they package that all up into a really detailed profile that other businesses, purchase so that they can target you for their products and services.
Kristen, how do these businesses make money off of our personal info?
Yeah, so your everyday actions become a product to sell for these companies. So whether it's the websites you're visiting, the things that you're searching for, the things you're posting on social media, all of that is being compiled into these profiles and being sold to advertisers, employers, anybody who can benefit from either, targeting individuals with that type of profile or verifying certain events for those individuals.
And are there times that data brokers collect more information and maybe times in our life where we should be a little extra cautious?
Yeah, for sure. So if you think about some of those really high value moments for data brokers that land you on a particular marketing list, things like buying a home, having your first baby, buying a car, scammers can purchase those same lists, and they are notorious for timing their schemes around these really stressful and expensive life moments that can leave consumers more susceptible, more vulnerable to responding to these types of scams. So if you think about you're buying a home, you're receiving calls from unknown numbers, or you get a link about completing this, transaction or application related to your new home. These are the types of things that scammers are really intentionally taking advantage of and using to kind of lure you into giving away personal or financial information that you definitely don't want to.
Absolutely. It's kind of a scary thing. So I think the big question as we're hearing you talk today is what can we do? What steps can we take to protect our information online?
Yes, there is hope. That's the good thing. So your information is likely out there. A quick Google search is sometimes all it takes to really open your eyes to how readily accessible information about yourself is available online. There are many data broker sites that, allow you to opt out of their service and remove your information, but there are hundreds and hundreds of data brokers. And a dirty little secret is that they can re-add your information after you remove it once. So having a service like Aura's that can handle this for you is a really good bet for most consumers, just because keeping an eye on it yourself can be really overwhelming.
Okay, yeah, you bring up a good point. How can Aura help?
So data broker removal is one of the key services that Aura provides, but we also make it really easy to not only get your information off of the internet, but if anybody already has your information in their hands, we provide all sorts of scam protection so that we can filter out all the noise from those scam and spam calls, texts, and emails, and also provide really valuable monitoring and alerts so that if somebody's using your information to do anything from open a new loan to open a new bank account, you'd be alerted right away so that you can intervene before it's too late.
Yeah, important stuff today. Okay, where can we go for more information?
You can find a lot more information on this topic on our website at aura.com.
The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored on behalf of Aura by Tips on TV. Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by Austin 125, A Good Morning Tree Service, Ally Medical ER, Marbridge Foundation, Moody Gardens, and Aura by Tips on TV.